proclamation for today. The chair recognizes Councilmember Thomas for a proclamation to the Houston chapter of the Links Incorporated in recognition of their ongoing civic engagement.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vice Mayor Pro Tem. Good afternoon, Mayor Turner and colleagues. The Houston, Texas chapter of the Links is no stranger to civic work in the city, and to many of you, they're no strangers to you individually. I am joined today with the chapter president, Lorraine Winslow. Please join us up front. And so when the city has called upon many organizations, but particularly the Houston, Texas chapter of the Links, when it was a COVID response, we were there. When it was related to public safety, scholarships, mental health advocacy, you name it, our fingerprints have been on it. And today we're going to acknowledge the work around human trafficking, the efforts that we know that Mayor Turner has spearheaded, not just in the city of Houston, but also nationally. Whereas the Links Incorporated is an international nonprofit corporation established in 1946, and we're celebrating our 77th year nationally, and we're under the national leadership of Ethel Isaac Williams. The Houston, Texas chapter of the Links Incorporated was organized in 1951 by Dr. Thelma Patton Law, who invited 13 other civic conscious friends: Thelma Bell, Vera Codwell, Adelaide Ford, Jimmy P. Gray, Goldie Harshorn, Signora Howard, Garrett Lanier, Lynette Peacock, Ann Robinson, Martha David Robinson, Elnita Stewart, Doris Wesley, and Ann Wright to comprise the charter membership. And whereas for the past 72 years, the Houston, Texas chapter of the Links Incorporated has worked to enhance, promote, and engage in educational, civic, and the intercultural activities for the benefit of communities it serves. It has made generous donations to organizations such as the Riverside General Hospital, the YWCA, the YMCA, NAACP, the Urban League, the United Front, the March of Dimes, Eliza Johnson Center for the Aging, TSU, Sickle Cell Disease, the Montessori School Neighborhood Education Center, the Julia C. Hester House, and more to come. Whereas the Houston, Texas chapter of the Links Incorporated is committed to leading the way to ensure African-American young people are academically successful by hosting annual workshops and receptions for graduating high school seniors, national achievement scholars, and providing mentorship to students pursuing degrees at institutions of higher learning. Through its fundraising efforts, the chapter has awarded more than $750,000 in scholarships. And whereas the city of Houston commends and appreciates the Houston, Texas chapter of the Links Incorporated for its countless contributions to the community and outstanding service, the Houston chapter of the Links and ongoing efforts in support of voting rights, advocacy, eliminating human trafficking, and our longstanding partnership with Metro and the Texas Medical Center, and unwavering aid to the greater Houston area is greatly appreciated by the citizens of Houston. Mr. Mayor.
So therefore I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proudly proclaim November 14, 2023 as the Links Incorporated, the Houston, Texas Chapter Day in the City of Houston. Congratulations to all you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. And as you listen to our chapter member, Councilwoman Thomas, share about the Houston, Texas chapter Links and the Links Incorporated, we're here focusing today on human trafficking. But for the Links Incorporated, we have 5 tenets that we function under: Health and Human Services, National Transit Services, International Transit Services, the arts, and services to youth. And we have encompassed human trafficking and the eradication of and education about human trafficking under all 5 of our tenets. Our chapter is passionate about having a footprint and having an impact and saving the lives of those men and women who've gotten caught in such an ugly stage in life that's called human trafficking. We are so excited that you recognize us today, that you see we have a number of members of our organization here. And we thank Mayor Turner. He has always supported us, whether, as Councilwoman Thomas said, whether it was COVID-19, that I always talk about Mayor Turner. He was the mayor at the right place at the right time. He was here for Hurricane Harvey. He was here through COVID-19. He was here for the winter storm. The city would not have accomplished great feats had we not had a mayor like Mayor Turner. So we want to, again, Thank you for the love that you've always shown us. And we were here November 27th, 2018, where you recognized us for our efforts around human trafficking. And so we're here today because since that time, the Houston, Texas chapter links, we have won national awards for human trafficking as well as area awards. We have set the standard for human trafficking in the Links Incorporated, where there are 300 chapters and 17,000 women across the country and internationally. So we don't want to leave here today without, and I'm going to ask my chapter members to come up.
Can you face this way first so we can get the shot? And then we'll turn around and have a picture with everyone.
Keep me honest. To Mayor Sylvester Turner, Houston, Texas chapter of Links Incorporated, you are our human trafficking champion. So we're giving you a human trafficking champion award today.
Thank you so much.
Surprise! And I think it's also important to note, just to remind everyone, human trafficking is a very hard topic, and Mayor Turner really leveraged his position not only to raise this issue in the city, but also nationally with his work with the U.S. Conference of Mayors. Other cities started to adopt this as a priority because of his work. So the Houston, Texas chapter, right alongside with your vision, said that this is something that we need to do. So I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years ago, we made the turn to incorporate this in our work. So we wanted to acknowledge you for all of the support that you've done, not just to the Houston chapter, but to links throughout the city. Our mayor, Vice Mayor Pro Tem is a member of the Missouri City, Texas chapter, and Councilmember Plummer is a member of the Fort Bend, Texas chapter. And Mary Benton is a member of the Gulf Coast Apollo chapter. So links are all throughout the footprint of the city, and I'm sure there's a collective thank you from all of us to you.
Let me just say to Councilmember Tiffany Thomas, thank you. Madam President, thank you. To all the members, Houston, Texas Link chapter, thank you. And it has been a total effort, okay? I certainly want to give a great deal of credit to Mino Patel Davis, who leads the effort for the mayor's administration, and then to all of the council members, because it has been a collective effort. But your work has been outstanding. I don't care what the city does without partners like the Links, we simply wouldn't be making the gain human trafficking that we're making. And we're not done until there's 0 person engaged in this ugly scene called human trafficking. So the proclamation was being presented to the Links.
Well, we had to get you.
So thank you so very, very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank you much. And so for photo instructions, we
do
can
have
take
a
it.
couple of council
Are we
members
doing the
in
queue? Okay,
queue.
because I
Thank
was about to get ready to, I was working, you know.
So first of all, I want to say, Councilmember Thomas, thank you for bringing this forward. We say it all the time that government cannot do this work alone. We have to have partners, and the Links by far is one of the most value-added partners that we can have in the city. It is extraordinary to see all of you here and to be able to work alongside each of you. Thank you for the dedicated service that you provide to our great city. We look forward to continuing that work. We do have a couple of other council members in queue. We'll start with Councilmember Carolyn Evans-Shabazz.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Pro Tem. I'm going to start out with who runs the world?
Girls.
I'm going to tell you, you all are so beautiful and you wear so many hats. Certainly, I see our regent of the Texas Southern University, Stephanie Nellens-Page. Always a pleasure. And just so many members of the Divine Nine. I see my former basilisk, Cherise Story of the Alpha Kappa Omega chapter of the AKAs. And certainly I appreciate all of what we do because we are doing a lot of work. Our organizations are stellar. Taylor. Thank you, Councilmember Tiffany D. Thomas, for always bringing forth those that are well deserving of these accolades. And so thank you so very much.
Councilmember Plummer.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Pro Tem, and thank you, Councilmember Thomas, for bringing this forward. It's always so wonderful to see our Link sisters in the room. Sex trafficking is something that happens very quietly and in very private spaces. And you amplifying the message that the city has not only guided, but you amplifying the message and bringing it to communities that we can't touch is really appreciated by the city of Houston, and there's no way we could do it by ourselves. So thank you so much for your advocacy and you choosing this as something that you want to focus on to eliminate in the city of Houston and nationwide. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can give
I
the
can instruct.
instructions
Can
now
I instruct?
on-
Okay.
on the
Now, you know, I like to instruct. So can we go inside the horseshoe? And then, and we can get it from here. And then after our chapter photo, I would like the Vice Mayor and Councilmember Plummer to join us and if Mary Bitten's in the room as well.